If you have seen my recent 9 features we need to see in Crusader Kings 3 video, you'll probably remember I mentioned having more uses for allies. Now, this does a great job at adding more things to do on like a similar scale, but with some great extras too. I really like the idea of this mod, and it really just brings so much for you to do, so I think a lot of you will enjoy it for sure. I just wanted to quickly say, if you are new around here and you like the video, consider subscribing, and if you enjoy my content and want to support me, consider becoming a channel member. Anyway, my favourite part of this mod is the addition of Non Aggression Pacts, as they're incredibly useful. Basically, giving you a truce with another ruler for 5 years. Let's just say you want to attack another kingdom without the worry of some others attacking you at the same time. Working towards a temporary non-aggression pact will be the best thing for sure. Now, to be able to do this, you will need to have unlocked the Embassies perk from the Diplomacy tree. Then, while offering this truce, it will cost you 250 prestige and make you both like each other a little bit more. But you do need to be aware, if either of you are terrible at diplomacy, it will be much harder to get one. As if one of the rulers has less than 13 diplomacy, there is a -10 acceptance chance, and then another -20 if they have less than 8. So it's not always just easy to achieve, but still really useful. I'm also interested in hearing what you all think about the possibility of non-aggression pacts, if you love or hate the idea. Or maybe you just want to increase your military force together with another ruler. Well, you can even do that. Simply get the living off the land perk from the martial tree, and then offer to join military forces with another ruler. This will end up costing you 0.1% of your taxes a month, so really it's barely anything, as well as some other debuffs you can see here. But then this will give you a nice +5% to your levies and your reinforcement rate. But be aware, this of course applies to the ruler you decide to do this with as well. The next major addition is the trade agreements interaction. If you have the detailed ledgers perk, you get an option to negotiate trade agreements with other rulers. This will cost you 200 prestige, and each ruler gets 0.1 taxes extra a month and a 10% development growth for 6 years. But I'm pretty sure you can only have one active at the same time. But I do feel this is pretty fair, as yeah, the tax increase might not be noticeable, but yeah, the extra 10% development for 6 whole years is pretty major while you work on making your towns prosper. Now, there's seriously quite a lot here for players who like to go deep into the diplomacy tree. If you manage to get the diplomat perk, you can actually make a deal with other rulers, or even your vassals. Let's say you're the King of Scotland and one of your vassals has a claim on the Scottish title. But if you manage to come to an agreement with this person, both of you will lose all your claims on each other's titles, which is honestly such an amazing idea, as it can really help you feel relaxed if you manage to get people to agree to give up the claims on your land. Also, are you tired of getting debt in the real world? Well, get debts in Crusader Kings 3 too, by taking a loan. This does give you 250 gold, but you will gain a new trait, Debitor, losing you some diplomacy, prestige, and everyone basically disliking you a little. Which is fair enough, I suppose, but it really can come in handy when you need the extra gold during a war. Plus, once you pay them back 300 gold, you will lose the trait, so it's not all that bad. Another decision is the ability to give a speech to your subjects, every 5 years for just 35 gold. Now, you will need the Inspiring Ruler perk from the Diplomacy tree to actually unlock this decision, and all it really does is give you a chance to gain some prestige. I would like to see this decision have a chance to increase or decrease your vassals' opinions of you, as I think that would be a pretty cool feature. While also having a random chance of certain outcomes to appear too. This has actually been mentioned on the Steam page, so hopefully something along these lines are added, as things like this really could bring this mod to an essential to have. Although the ability to have non-aggression pacts may already put it there for me. Another one that could be even better with some random outcomes is the ability to blend with your people. As long as you're fairly unrecognizable, being below the established level of fame, you can choose a location within your city to visit. Then having a few options that can have effects that range from opinions, prestige, and so on. But I do really actually like the idea behind this decision. It's very unique, so I think it's really cool. Now, you do also get some decisions focused all around martial that can have some nice little bonuses, like the decision to draft by force, forcing more men to fight for you. This does require strict organization to be available, but it's a nice little way to spend 250 prestige on 350 special soldiers, and this really can help from time to time when you just need that little extra manpower to fight your battles. Now, another one is to hire personal guards. If you ever feel like your wife may be plotting to murder you because she found out you have a child with her mother, well, hiring a personal guard can for sure help in this situation. It only costs 100 gold and gives a 0.5% boost to scheme resistance, a +5 prowess, and a pretty small army of just 50 special soldiers. This is a pretty small decision, but it's all these small decisions that make this mod in my opinion. Now, I love my gold in CK3, so the ability to collect extra taxes after unlocking the Taxman perk for only 150 prestige is amazing. Although it will give you like -15 general opinion for 5 years, and then I'll bring up a decision. Distress in the village, where you can choose to leave the villagers be, making you look weak, or you can force them using a martial challenge, where you can gain some gold at the cost of tyranny, or simply have your troops beaten up by the peasants, which will be pretty embarrassing for a ruler. Now, one of the most major decisions this mod has is becoming an Absolute Monarch. Now, to actually activate it, you will need to have the True Ruler perk, be feudal, and have absolute crown authority. This basically is all about ruling the realm by yourself, increasing your domain limit by 10, but decreasing your vassal limit by 15, and some other modifiers, and maybe most importantly, primogeniture succession. But this does actually sound quite fun for a playthrough, to see how truly independent I can become. The last major one I'll talk about is the choice to abdicate the throne while you're at the complete max level amount of stress. Disposing the current ruler and just letting your heir take over. This, of course, is not a great look for your family, costing your family 350 renown, but it can be really useful if you just want to get rid of that terrible ruler you're stuck with. Now, to quickly wrap up the video, I'll just mention some of the other smaller decisions, like reading a book to increase in a specific skill, or insulting other rulers who you really just don't like, or simply having checkups with the court physician. Now, before I end this video, I actually have to quickly say something. I edited this video about 4 days ago, and since then, they've actually added quite a lot, so I'll just quickly mention some of it here. You can now start a sedation claim against your liege if you have the schemer perk. Also, if you have the absolutism perk, you can force imprison people, as well as declare a war economy if you need the extra money during a war. But this, of course, will come with some pretty major downsides, so you do need to be careful with this one for sure. But I can already think of so many times this just would have saved me. But yeah, clearly they want to keep adding to this mod, so I'm super excited to see the future of this mod. And I just love how it adds so much more utility to the lifestyle trees. But yeah, there really is a lot of extra stuff for you to try, and I can't say enough how much I enjoy the concept of this mod. Like I did mention, with the chance of random events appearing where things could really go wrong, or go extremely well, or maybe the addition of like some higher costs to start these decisions would really do this mod well, I think, because most of the time you know exactly what you're getting when you start a decision. Now, they have mentioned they are new to modding, so this is really impressive stuff, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about this mod in the comments too. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to end the video with a massive thank you to all the channel members. We have Bayek Von Quark, Arcane, Damien, Intermia1, Irrelevant, Luke Jarrett, and Zigadelic. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.